Man took out a pair of handcuffs and locked the woman to the bed. He then swallowed a candy to maintain his stamina. However, an accident occurred. The side effects of the candy triggered the man's heart disease. In just a few minutes, he collapsed onto the woman. Ellie thought it was just the man's joke. So, she kicked and hit the man's shoulder with all her strength, hoping he would get up, but the man was kicked off the bed. Ellie was terrified. She struggled desperately, trying to break free from the handcuffs. However, these handcuffs were custom-made. With Ellie's strength, she couldn't break free at all. She kept shouting the man's name, hoping to wake him up, but she received no response until she saw the blood on the floor. Ellie finally realized that the man was dead. Ellie was utterly devastated. She screamed for help, but this was the suburbs, and no one could hear her. By night, Ellie still hadn't escaped. She cried in despair. At that moment, Ellie heard a sound from outside the door. She excitedly shouted again, hoping someone could rescue her, but to her surprise, a hungry wolf entered instead. The wolf slowly approached the man's corpse. Ellie was extremely scared. She cursed loudly, trying to scare the wolf away, but the wolf wasn't afraid of Ellie at all. It stepped closer and began to gnaw on the man's corpse. Ellie was frantic. She kept searching the bed for anything she could use as a weapon to drive the wolf away. Finally, she grabbed a book. Ellie threw the book with all her strength at the wolf. The wolf was startled and took a step back, but it didn't leave. Instead, it quietly stood nearby. Ellie cried again. She knew that if she stayed trapped here, she would eventually become the wolf's food.